but basically, you know, that's when we started doing like a lot of. They just started. I must have been doing something really good because they just the guys just like let me use this fucking studio like it was shit, you know. I mean, before TK I had to beg to get into it. Oh, and also what happened with TK was, I hope is it all right for me to go back?
Yeah, man.
What happened with TK was, see, they thought I was a genius because what I used to do was once they hear me say I can hang out in the studio, I had to okay, so I would hang around. That's how I met Ann. Ann and I, we were pretty cool with each other, you know. Ann was like, you know, this white girl used to play bass, but she had a restaurant. I made a couple of hits too. She's the engineer producer, so I hung out with her. So we were pretty cool. She taught me all. Her and her brother taught me all kind of shit about EQ, shit I would never. I had to pay a whole bunch of money to fuck. I never learned that shit. So what I used to do at night when everybody would go home, this guy named Clarence Reed. His name is Blowfly. He's a cult following in his own. He used to put his finger in my face with a big long fucking fingernail and long ass finger. And I'm talking about, bro, listen, the only person I smelled funky than him was George Clinton. That's a funky smelling motherfucker. Okay? I love you. I love you, Clarence, in case you hear that, but you know you're funky motherfucker. But anyway, he used to tell me, hey son, let me tell you something, you're never gonna get nowhere if you don't make a fucking step. He said, you use my office, you sleep in here and you wait, and you go in Steve's office, you pry that door open, and you climb over the thing, get into the tape room, go to the studio and practice. I said, you sure, man? He said, yeah. So I started doing this and I started learning it. Nobody knew I was practicing for like 3 months. So one day, watching Ann mixing on the Bobby Caldwell lab, I said, can I try one time? She said, sure. She just think I was just gonna fuck around, right? I was just taking notes. I could never ask questions while she was working. So I went on there, I had a fucking level. The bitch thought I was a genius. The bitch said, fucking A. She grabbed my hand and ran to this guy named Steve Amos and said, this guy's a genius. Come listen to what he just did. The first time ever touching the board. Said, this guy, I swear to God, I never let him touch. He never touched the board. Just heard it. So Steve went in there and says, little bit of that. Steve went in and said, here's my key. Make a key, and you just write down the time. You come in anytime you want to. That's when I was like in the studio all the time. But anyway, that happened. Things happened. That company went down. Oh, that happened, and the company went down, and I ended up doing all these damn hip hop records. All right. So that's when all that shit. Oh, Beat Is Fresh. All this shit started coming out, and one thing led to another. And one night, man, I was like, I used to frequent. I was heavily on drugs. I used to frequent strip joints. Strip joints was a way of life. You know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, I took Michael Sterling to his first strip joint. He never went into a strip joint. Didn't even. I'm above all that shit, man. Yeah, after I took his ass, that bitch wasn't above all that shit. That bitch started frequenting them motherfuckers. Anyway, I used to go to strip joints all the time. You know, that was my like my muse, my inspiration. Between that and Luke, I used to always hang out with Luke. And Luke wasn't even thinking about it being a damn record company. Okay, I used to go to Luke because see, I work better with teams. I like to have I would have a lot of young guys with me, and I would do a lot of beats. I said, what beat you think is hot? They said, that one. That's the one we would go with. You know what I'm saying? And I would just I did beats like it wasn't shit back then in the day. That's all I just do all day. Uh-huh. And so, you know, I lost where I was, bro.
You were making beats all the time. Like what, like some equipment that you like to use back in those days, and. Is this like the mid '80s we're getting into right now? Like right?
Yeah, no, this is the beginning. Okay. This right about then. Mm-hmm. I don't know how I got my hands on an 808, but I got my hands on an 808 and a Core 800. That's all I used to use on all my and a 303, Roland 303, on most of my basses. And all I did was basically just shit. I don't know how I started that shit, but I started doing theme songs on commercials on TV shows that I used to like listen to and hear all the time and shit.
So you don't remember none of those records, the names of them?
See, you tell her, I see them all the time on air, but we don't even start. It's a lot of them, bro.
One of my favorite ones, you did the Let's Rock This Planet?
Rock the Planet?
Yeah.
I did Rock the Planet, Bass Rock Express, and Ghetto Jump in the same weekend. I did them all in like 3 days. Because I needed some money, so I did Bass Rock Express. Billy Hines came up with some cash, right? And spent all my money that Henry gave me the night before the strip joint. So I need another 8-ball really quick too. I mean, I was cool during the session, of course, but
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Facts is facts, baby. That's right. That's a fucked up drug, boy. Hey, man, you kids watching, don't fuck with that drug. I'm telling you, bro. But anyway, but like, that Rock the Planet, man. Oh no, I did Rock the Planet, Ghetto Jump, Bass Rock Express, and Import One. Set It Off. You remember that record?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did those records in one weekend. I did all of them in one weekend.
Yeah, but they're under different people's names.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I? You know what happened with that?
Yeah.
At first, I was using Amos Larkins. EDR was our port. No, Rhythm 98 was cool with it. They didn't give a damn. They just played everything. That's how I got popular. Rhythm 98 was the reason why all that shit started. Because you're nothing if you don't get heard. I don't care how good you are. They got a million good motherfuckers out there. If your ass ain't getting heard, fuck you, might just sit in the house. Don't even try to get no pussy. Just sit in the house, turn on the goddamn internet, and just jack off because it's not gonna mean anything. Nobody's ever gonna pay attention to you. Our outlet was Rhythm 98. It was a radio station back in the day. This little midget, cool motherfucker, used to fucking ride around this 280Z. He owned the station. For some reason, I don't know how, these motherfuckers just grabbed onto my shit, man. They was playing my shit all day fucking, oh my God. Them and Luke. Luke was on my shit too. Luke would play my shit in the skating rink, and this radio station would play my shit all over. Everybody's listening to it, right? And that's how everything got started, man, you know.
Yeah, but we lost track about the records that you're mentioning. They're under other people's names.
Oh, so what happened was, you know, so I'm planning on doing this record. So then it started going to, EDR had to start playing my shit because it was getting so popular, people requesting it. EDR had to start playing my shit. And I don't know who it was over there, but somebody was after I was doing so many records, they said, well, don't you guys have other producers? Yeah. And he was when they complained about the producers. I said, don't worry, we got other producers. Don't worry, I'll get a couple of my boys. They'll produce some shit. So instead of that, what I did was just start changing my name, you know. So EDR keep playing my shit because EDR got tired of it. I would have like 4 or 5 records at one time on the charts, bro. 105 all over the local scene. And I was like selling records in all these little places I never heard of, man. I would see these papers, big time, bro. Like big numbers, you know. And it was a good time, man, because, you know, it was cool. I got no regrets over there.
What'd you do with the money?
Oh, nothing. I just fucked it up. It is had fun. But, you know, I don't regret it because I have my talent, and my talent's taking me to the point where I'm still gonna do my music. I do all right. I don't make a living, you know. I don't make a big living, but I pay my mortgage. I do my thing, you know. I do all right, you know. Happy in what I'm doing, and I also got some really big things happening, but I don't want to talk about that. That's just a whole nother segment. That's another story.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, but as far as you know, back in the day and how I got started, that's what happened. That's why all those names, because I used to be the one to think of the names and the labels. All the labels, On Records and whatever, Party Rock or Import, with all that shit, whatever it was, Fresh, whatever it was. I thought all the labels. Because Henry at the time he was using those labels to like work what he can, and then he would sell it back to Sunnyview. But what he would do is while he was selling it to Sunnyview, he would fucking be still selling it and these other labels, and nobody would really pay attention to it because by the time they caught it, it'd be like, oh, those are just stragglers. No, they're not stragglers. He keeps pressing them bitches. So he gets his advance. I didn't notice at the time of course he's getting money, you know. They're all buddies, but they're getting paid, you know. He gets his advance from Sunnyview, keeps the record out, and oh man, God, you have no idea. We was fucking moving them bitches during them days. $5 a pop. Fucking better than dope business, bro. Remember, I'm telling you. Weed was never like that. We were selling that shit as much as weed, but weed is go quick, you know what I'm saying? Good weed. But anyway, you know, that's basically how the names came about, man. The names came about in the different labels. They came about because of that. Now, I would do it was nothing for me, man. I would do like 4 or 5 records in 3 days, and all Henry would have to say is, give me another Ghetto Jump, give me another Bass Rock Express. I say, okay, bam, you know, boom, boom, boom.